Hedy Lamarr was an actress during the golden age of television. She starred in notable movies like Tortilla Flat, Lady of the Tropics, Boomtown, and one that I watched a lot when I was a kid, Samson and Delilah. She starred alongside notable names like Clark Gable and Spencer Tracy. She is also a scientist and helped in co-inventing an early technique for spread-spectrum communication. That invention was the parent of Wi-Fi, GPS, and Bluetooth. Hedy Lamarr was born Hedwig Eva Maria Kiesler on November 9, 1914 in Vienna, Austria. Her father was a banker and she was privately tutored from 4 years old, and, by 10 years, she was a proficient pianist, dancer, and could speak 4 languages. At age 16, she enrolled in Max Reinhardt's Berlin-based dramatic school, and within a year she made her motion picture debut in Geld auf der Straße, Money on the Street, in 1930. However, she only received fame and notoriety when she was 18, and starred in the sexually charged Czech film Ecstasy. She had a brief but tasteful nude scene. Her fame was halted in 1933 when she married Austrian munitions manufacturer Fritz Mandl, who sold arms to the Nazis. After their marriage, Fritz Mandl prohibited her from not only acting, but he tried unsuccessfully to destroy all existing prints of ecstasy. Hedy later left Mandl and fled to the United States, then signed a contract with Metro-Goldwyn-Mayer Studios, where she appeared in her first English-language film, the classic romantic drama Algiers in 1938, co-starring Charles Boyer. She became an instant box office sensation. Under contract with Metro-Goldwyn-Mayer from 1938 to 1945, she displayed her acting skills in such films as H.M. Pullum Esquire in 1941 and Tortilla Flat in 1942. For the most part, however, she was confined to mostly decorative roles, like her role as Tondaleo in White Cargo. Hoping to secure more substantial parts, she set up her own production company in 1946. But after 3 years, she returned to her seductive roles, like her role as Delilah in Cecil B. DeMille's Samson and Delilah in 1949, which turned out to be her most commercially successful film. Hedy Lamarr is undeniably one of old Hollywood's most exotic actresses. Hedy once said, "Any girl can be glamorous. All you have to do is stand still and look stupid." Hedy, however, was not stupid, and she proved it during World War II in 1942. During the heyday of her career, Lamarr earned recognition in a field quite different from entertainment. She and her friend, the composer George Antheil, got a patent for an idea of a radio signaling device, or secret communications system, which was a means of changing radio frequencies to keep enemies from decoding messages. Originally designed to defeat the German Nazis, the system became a blueprint in the development of technology to maintain the security of both military communications, cellular phones, and satellite technology. Lamarr wasn't instantly recognized for her communications invention, since its wide-ranging impact wasn't understood until decades later. However, in 1997, Lamarr and Antheil were honored with the Electronic Frontier Foundation Pioneer Award, and that same year, Lamarr became the first female to receive the Bulby-Nass Spirit of Achievement Award, which is considered as the Oscars of inventing. Hedy's film career began to decline in the 1950s. Her last film was The Female Animal in 1958 with Jane Powell. In 1966, she published a steamy best-selling autobiography, Ecstasy and Me, but she later sued the publisher for what she saw as errors and distortions perpetrated by the book's ghostwriter. Hedy was also a bit of a kleptomaniac because she was arrested twice for shoplifting, once in 1966 and once in 1991. But neither arrest resulted in a conviction. Hedy was married 6 times during her lifetime. In 1939, she adopted her son James, while married to her second husband, Jean Markey. She further went on to have 2 more biological children, Denise in 1945 and Anthony 1947, with her third husband and actor John Loder. He also adopted James. Hedy Lamarr became an American citizen in 1953, and in her later years became a recluse in Castleberry, a community just north of Orlando, Florida, where she died on January 19, 2000 at the age of 85. 17 years after her death in 2017, Director Alexander Dean made her life documentary called Bombshell, the Hedy Lamarr story, in which he delved into her pioneering technological work. In the documentary, Dean showed how Hedy was more than just a pretty face, but also showed the darker areas of her life, like her drug addiction. A dramatized version of Hedy Lamarr was featured in a March 2018 episode of the TV series Timeless. It centered on her efforts to help the time-traveling team to recover a stolen work print of the 1941 classic Citizen Kane. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you give me a thumbs up and also remember to subscribe to the channel and turn on the bell notifications so that you get an alert every time I upload a new video. You can also check out the 2 videos up on the screen. I'll see you in the next video.